And some people don't really even know what a Google My Business listing is. So I'm actually just going to start by showing that because, and I'm just going to use one of the dots that I've helped with her online visibility as an example. So I'm going to type in Morgan Hill. So now I have like 17 screens running, so my computer's being really slow. Morgan Hill title company. So the goal, we often use a website as like a business card. It's like a calling card, right? So we already know people and we say, go find me on my business listing, which is really more of a calling card. What our goal with this is to be found by people who don't already know what we do. So if I was typing in family law attorney Morgan Hill, this is where we'd want to like find Jeanette. So what we did, this is a Google My Business map listing right here. Okay. And the history of this basically is that companies used to get found based on how good they did their search engine optimization. So back in the 90s or late 98, early 2000s, I started working in this. And you can get your company found by just having a lot of words on. There's all these things you can do to get your company found. And then at one point, and I don't remember the year, Google said, you know what? Enough's enough. I don't want the best New York City pizza company with 8,000 words about pizza if I want pizza. I can't drive to New York City right now. So basically Google, like, so then I would type in like pizza near me, right? And then I'm not going to get a company in another city. So in Morgan Hill, My Pizza is really good at their Google My Business listing, as is Mod Pizza. And we'll just click on them because that's one of my favorites. I love Mod Pizza. So they're very close to where I live. And then they have 370 reviews. And don't worry, you guys, you're never going to need that. So the whole thing of the Google My Business listing was to give local companies a way of shining against really big companies that were better at search engine optimization than they were, especially when they wanted to help people find something they wanted near them, right? So printing would be a good example, Beth. If I wanted to have something printed, I wouldn't want to have to fly to Idaho, you know, if I wanted to pick it up myself. So basically then what happened was Google decided, hey, we want to be relevant. Can you guys see this? Unmute yourself, somebody.
No.
Okay.
I see you.
Okay, cool. That's what happens to me. I stop sharing. Sometimes I accidentally stop sharing. So glad I asked. So basically, the average business, when it does a Google My Business, so if you make one, if you go through the trouble of making one, and I call it GMB, if you go through the trouble of making one, it will get seen. Google wants it to get seen. So they want your Google My Business listing to thrive. They're putting a lot of money into trying to get us to think it's cool. Does that make sense? So local businesses have a median of 11 photos. One of the questions I get asked is like, what's good, right? So good might be more than 11 photos. Website clicks is the main thing that happens from a Google My Business listing, even though a lot of people would rather it be phone calls. Mostly people don't want to pick up the phone and they want to click on the website and then see if they really want to talk to them and then talk to 5 friends, you know, whatever they go through to pick a client for something.
So can I ask a question real quick?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Google My Business. I know my son has done something with that for Hillview, but I'm not sure exactly what yet. So my question would be like for my Mary Kay side, where they have a Mary Kay website, I actually have a page with my name on it that'll bring it up and it'll say, you know, that Beth Walker's the consultant. Can I do a Google My
So
Business for that?
Exactly. So you need a different email than your Hillview email.
Right, which I have one.
And then you make you'll go through the steps. In about 20 minutes, I'm going to actually take you through how to make a Google My Business listing.
Okay.
So to be so that would be the same thing with like a realtor, because there's like you do your name and then your business, and then so you would do you could either do Mary Kay Morgan Hill, Beth Walker, or you could do Beth Walker, Mary Kay Morgan Hill. It looks like Julie joined us. Hers yesterday, we changed it to her name, and then I like the upward slash because it doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
A comma and a period stops, but the upward slash is like doesn't tell Google to pause. So then we changed it, and within it was like 10 minutes, she got Google ranking for her term.
Oh, wow.
It happened real time while we were on the call yesterday.
Cool.
I had no idea. So thanks for that. I mean, a wealth of information. So
it was crazy how fast it is. So that like for Rita, I recommend like flower, like she's in Gilroy, Morgan Hill, South County, like flower business, or you know, flower delivery or something like. Absolutely you can do it. Absolutely you can be seen for Mary Kay in our area. The only thing I'd say is when you're part of a big organization, you want to do the Google My Business listing, have it available for a while, and then take it to your corporate and make sure they're okay with it. But I wouldn't get the approval yet because you don't even know if it's going to even work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would actually, but if you're the kind of person that needs, now Jaleesa, she's going to have to be very careful with her wording because she's in financial services. And so there are a lot of really big constraints on online presence, and the same thing with real estate. So anyone who has an online presence that is highly monitored, then I would recommend being careful versus being, you know, just fun. And but really what you're looking at is saying, hey, if you want Mary Kay and you're in my area, call me. And then if no one else has done a Google My Business listing, you're probably going to be number one really quickly, if that makes sense. So any questions just as far as like what is a Google My Business listing?
so funny, I just wrote that in.
And I have to tell you guys, I'm terrible at checking chat, and I'm so appreciative of the people that can do that, and I can't. Like, it's so funny when I've done things, I have one person just whose job it is to read the chat questions, and I know I'm also supposed to like make sure you guys put lots of stuff in chat to interact with me. I'm terrible at that. So I'd rather you just unmute and ask. Julie?
So I'll just repeat it, which is, so Erica, can I think of this as sort of another form of social media, kind of like Instagram with the short post and pictures, only it's Google's version?
You guys, that's a very advanced question, and the answer is yes. But I don't want anybody to freak out because you don't have to treat it like that. But yes, if you do treat it like that, it will give you the best benefit. That's here under, can you see this amplification?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I put the steps as keywords, getting your description right, choosing your images, doing a competitive analysis, executing it, which is creating it, and then amplifying it. And so Julie, of course, jumped to the last one. You're always ahead of your time. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know. And I think I have to, let me just see what else I can do to make sure that I'm getting everybody on my screen. Resize window to display more participants. Lulu joined us.
Are you recording this?
This is being recorded. Does it not say that?
Yeah, it does.
It's supposed to.
Up in the top left-hand corner.
When it's on share screen, you don't always see that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, chat. There's one. It is recording, yes. Okay. So before you even go and try to make a Google My Business listing, what you want to do first, and this is before, is you want to look at your keywords. Because when you carefully choose the words, this is the tool you're going to use to help people find you who are looking for your businesses. So would anyone like to guinea pig and we'll brainstorm keywords with them? Okay, Debbie, cool. sufficiently difficult as well.
Oh, great.
Why didn't Beth raise her hand? Mary Kay, so easy.
You can do it with someone else if you want.
No. I'm so excited to help you with this. This is going to be very fun. All right. So I'm going to go to another tool. And I use one called Ahrefs, but you can also use one called Uber Suggest. Since we're on the recording, I've done all my free Uber Suggest ones, so I can't do them anymore without paying. But this is a free tool, so you can use this free tool in the future. I'm going to use Ahrefs because that's the one that I can use. And there's another one that I like. I'll give it to you too. Small SEO tools keyword. I think that one works free. All right.
This is very helpful in and of itself.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want to do your Google My Business listing without first checking to see if there's any searches for it. Do you see? If there's no searches for it, building a big listing with those words isn't going to give you business. So you can't be in a vacuum. And some of us have really unique, interesting businesses, right? And so, Debbie, do you want to focus on teaching art or buying art or heart art? What would you like to, I want you to think of something that someone would actually go into Google and look for, and you'd want to give them your service.
I would say like decorating homes.
Cool.
You know, art.
I didn't think of that. So
Transforming.
We're gonna go here, and let's see, keyword. Now this is a rank checker. We don't want rank checker. Okay. One of the easiest ways is now I'm in Morgan Hill, so it is going to give me localized information. I'm just going to go into Google and I'm going to say how to decorate my. Now, do you want to see the keywords that come up? Can you guys see that on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is so easy that people don't understand that it actually tells you what is hottest on Google. It's it's their auto finish, automatically finishing. So just think, pause for a second, everybody, if you have time, write down a couple of things that people would type in when they're thinking about how to decorate. So my living room is first, my room, how to decorate my bedroom, how to decorate my house. So that's cool. Then I'm gonna
is this an app that you download, the
well, yeah, that is. But just this is just typing into Google.
Gotcha.
And then I'm gonna do answer the public. This is a good tool. Lately I've been doing a lot of the free checks, but I love this tool. So this, look, isn't it a cool website too?
Oh yeah.
Love this guy too. All right, so what this does is they take all those automatic answers and they put them into a CSV, like you can download the whole list of the keywords.
Oh, okay.
So this is discover what people are asking about, because ideally you want your business to be what shows up when someone like, isn't that funny?
I love it.
Yeah.
I know.
It doesn't hurt that he's good looking.
Exactly, right?
I'm sorry, ladies. I'm going to type in the question and then we're going to have to say goodbye to blue-eyed dude.
Now I'm wondering.
He doesn't like it either.
For the purpose of what I'm doing, right? I'm not teaching people how to decorate their home, although I could do that as a whole thing. I'm wanting to find out like more along the lines of purchasing paintings, right? Or
right. This is a perfect thing though, because you can do a blog. If you do a blog about heart art, no one's going to type that in if they don't know you.
Right. Yeah,
but if you say how to decorate my house, if you do a blog about how to decorate my house,
gotcha,
using original artwork, or how to decorate my house on a budget, how to decorate my house for Halloween. These are the most common questions on how to decorate my house, and I'll download this for you, Debbie. I'll send that to her.
Okay.
That's your prize for being the monkey.
Yay! The monkey with the wild hair.
These are the top questions that people type in when they're looking to decorate their house.
Gotcha.
So you might do a blog on what should I do to okay, so then what I do, guys, I look at what's Googled, then I look at like me. What do I want to be known for? I don't want to just blog in a vacuum, right?
Right.
So Beth might do, how do I decorate my face? No, I'm just kidding. how do I look good with
or how to decorate my living room. There you go. Right? Because that's a top question.
Yeah. And then you just do like 5 bullets, and then you say, and then you have lots of beautiful art in living rooms that's your own images.
Yeah.
Right? And then you've got a very interesting blog that people will click on, even if they've never heard of Debbie Remula. They don't need to have heard of you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to give them ideas, and they can't be all self-serving. People have really big bullshit detectors, and they hate when you're puffery. They hate puffery. And it's really hard. How do you promote yourself and not be puffery? You know, and so it's that fine line of giving people actionable data of stuff they're worried about. I would do one right now, Debbie. How to decorate my living room. How many people right now are stuck in their living room and getting bored of what it looks like? Right?
Well,
I mean, I would do fun. Actually, I think that's a perfect topic to do right now. In fact,
I think you're right.
You guys all read it. If Debbie wrote how to decorate my living room, who would read it?
Sure.
Show hands.
I have a whole 5-point tip thing that I did like years ago, how to transform any room in your home, and it's like it's a guide that gives you exactly what you do to try to inspire yourself, and it has nothing. It's not self-serving at all. It's very giving.
I would go back and look at these questions, and people type in, how do I decorate my living room?
Yeah.
How do I decorate my house on a budget? How do I decorate my house farmhouse style? I mean, I would go in and just look at like, what are people typing in, and then perfect. So that's really basically one tool that you can use so that you're relevant. And the way that you would put this into Google My Business is you might do your name, heart artist, and then you might do unique home decor. Like you might, because you really do provide unique home decor. So and then your blogs of how do I decorate my house will fit with your keywords in your Google My Business listing. Because you want to think, what do you want people who need to decorate their house to call me and look at all my artwork and see and you can do custom art, as you know.
Yeah, and it doesn't, I don't have to have the heart artist in there. That's just that's a brand element that I'm known for. But I mean, I do flowers.
I would though, because
landscapes.
Well, it's up to you, but you've branded yourself like that everywhere, and that about you. So I wouldn't take out your key branding element.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So before you even get going on your Google My Business listing, you want to just do a little research into what people type in and for the service you want to do. The service you want to do. So you align what they're looking for with what it is you provide and your offer is. Before you even start your Google My Business listing, because if you just throw up your name, no, it's not going to help you. Do you see? So, Jeanette, if you're willing, I wouldn't mind using you for comparative research.
Oh, you could. Mine is particularly difficult because a lot of the keywords that people used, you don't get attorneys that come up on searches. It's so competitive.
Yeah. Attorneys is one thing that the SEO companies figured out a long time ago that they needed them. And so real estate and attorneys are the 2 hardest things to rank for with organic traffic. So
this is a fabulous site. I am so excited that because it gives me information to to blog about. That is like the hardest thing for me to do. I mean, it's easy to blog, but to have a topic.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
So we're gonna
Come up
look
with the ideas.
at Jeanette. What should I type in for what kind of attorney? Family law.
Here's the thing: is some people know to look for an estate planning attorney, but there's so many people who don't even know what that is. They don't know what a will is. They don't know what a living trust is. That's the hardest thing, is trying to figure out
family
what
law or no?
keyword be.
Do you do family law?
No.
Okay.
How to do a will?
Yeah, and I just Googled that right
wanted to
now.
look
What you're
up
getting is, how do I write a will without an attorney?
Well, I'm just gonna type in attorney and see what happens to start. Okay. So when you look, can you guys, am I on share screen?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I just picked this one because it's hard to rank for. So, but I want to look at the competition here, and how cool is this? So the law offices of Steven Springer only has 1 5-star review. They're ranked by review, guys. William Pardue only has 3. And Risconi, Foster, and Thomas says estate planning here, and they only have 2. Right? So, Jeanette, you're gonna crush this.
Yeah, you got 30 some odd women in Polka Dot that would be more than happy to go in there.
And we love you, right? So now,
help me write a review.
I want to real quick debunk the myth of the group sites being popular. So if I'm looking for a realtor, I don't want to go to Zillow. I want to find a realtor. I want to find a person, right? I want to find someone who's a woman who likes horses or something if I want horse property in Morgan Hill, right? So I don't just want any this or that. So this is the lawyer groups think they own the world.
Oh gosh, I don't subscribe to any of them.
So this one's Ben Law. This is a good one to look at. What does he do for his keyword ranking? So he has 25 keywords that he ranks for, which is not that many. Then we have the city, which is very interesting, right? And then another group. So actually you can rank, you can do this, which I don't normally say. And then let's just look at estate planning and see if we get anything different. So when we do the competitive analysis, actually, you know what? I'm gonna put San Jose because I think we're gonna get a much more challenging picture in San Jose.
Erica,
Yeah.
you just went into, you didn't go into a special site here. Did you just go in?
I'm just on Google.
Because when I've gone in and checked different things, I've never seen.
I have some tools at my back end that tell me about keywords.
Okay.
So I have some things on my, I know, if I go to incognito, I think they'll go away.
So is Surfer also an app as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a free Chrome tool, Keyword Surfer.
Okay.
If you put it into Chrome, you can have it for free.
Okay.
So we're gonna go estate planning attorney, San Jose.
I'm really curious because I know I do have a listing locally. Like especially if I were to just Google my law firm name, it will pop up. The problem is finding when you don't know who I am.
So I want to tell you, Wealth Plan has no reviews. You can beat them. Law Offices has 7. You can beat him. And so you can actually under estate planning attorney, you can probably get your Google My Business listing to show up. Now, these ones are going to be really hard to beat. You're not going to be able to beat these, right? So you're not going to beat Yelp, organic ranking. You're not going to beat Yelp. Why even try? Like, it's just not going to happen, you know? I shouldn't say that. It can technically happen, but
Why
so
can't we just make Yelp go away?
Then I would look at this guy, Law Bob, and look at what Law Bob has done right. Do you see? Anyhow, it's just a way of checking who you're up against. And then let's add Marcella. See what happens now. So it comes here. Is that you? Is that your address, Eastridge Loop?
Yep.
Okay. So, alrighty. Interesting. So these two are ads. So they've paid to show up ahead of you. But you can beat any of these, but you need some reviews. So come out and go to your Google My Business listing and then send out a request for reviews to all of the dots, and then let us, a couple of us, review for you or your clients, of course.
What was a Google what?
Go into your listing.
How do you do that? I'm sorry, I don't really understand how you do that.
We're gonna do that in just a few minutes.
Okay, good. Okay.
I can't do that first before we talk about the content, because as soon as we get in there, it's really technical and confusing. And if you haven't done your back end stuff, then so the first thing is your keywords, which we just spent some time on. The next thing will be your business description. So how many of you have a business description somewhere? Okay, so some of you don't. So go ahead and put together a little description of your business. Just maybe this gives you 700 words of room, 750. So come up with a description of your business. And then images for your business. How many of you have images for your business? Just show of hands. So some of you don't have images for your business yet either. So if you do something like Mary Kay, you can use the Mary Kay images, or you can use like Beth having the image, having a little event. She can do pictures from her event. Does that make sense? So Beth, you have pictures from some of your Mary Kay events.
Yeah, I also have a lot of digital assets that I can get from Mary Kay too.
But those ones of the events are really good because they have people in them, where they're going to make people stop and look.
Okay.
So I would actually mix it up. And then with Rita, I just love her flowers. Like I would just do endless pictures. I honestly, if I were Rita, I'd put 50 pictures up. Nobody ever feels bad scrolling through pictures. I mean, how many sites have you gone to? Maybe a wedding planner, wedding photographer. Do you ever get tired of looking at the pictures? Never. You can look at 20 wedding pictures. You'd be like, oh my God, they were in Montalvo. Oh, that's such a good idea. They were on the ocean. Like you never mind looking at words are like kind of grueling, but images, you just like want to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. So, oh, good. Okay, so I'll send the chat. Oh, you know what, you guys? I want you all to put your names and your contact information in the chat, and I'll share it with everyone on the call. I think that's a really good thing to do. So just type in into the chat box, take a minute to type in your name, your business, and your email, phone number, that kind of thing. And just like Jeanette just did. And with Lulu Origami Owl, go ahead and put a website, email address, how people could contact you, so that we can share with each other and support each other in our businesses. I'm not going to really talk about images anymore, except to maybe let's go out and look at a couple. So let's just do, I'll go incognito. And let's see, what would I like us to look at for business listings? Since we can't do it right now, how about manicure? Just to make us all feel bad. My toes need oh my God, my toes. All right, so we're gonna look, this is called the map pack. And now this is something that Google has decided is highly locally relevant, because the map, this is called a map pack. This is the 3 top ones, right? Okay, so Lucky Nails and Spa has 30. And look at these pictures, you guys. So all you have to do really is go in. Now let's just look at all their photos. I would say they rock their business listing, wouldn't you? What a clever idea. They make the person, look at the cute little bow. Oh gosh, I need my nails done so bad. All right. So they're like, hey, do you want to be in our Google My Business listing? So Beth, the next time someone comes in to pick up anything, have them hold up the brochure, do a little Beth card, do one of your cute, you know how your business cards like rock, have them put the business card of the company and then a picture of the brochure, and then every single time just, now this is what Julie was talking about when she said, should I treat it like social media? And so they've done a really beautiful job. You know, I'm in awe of their Google My Business listing. And you know what they get as a result, you guys? They get, because they're playing with Google and Google likes it when people play with them, they've given them the #2 spot. Do you see? So the reward they get for playing with Google is they get rewarded by Google. Now, being #2 in the map pack, how much business has this brought them? Really?
Probably a lot.
Holy moly. The idea of how much business. I'm just going to take a quick look at their pictures. Now I'm going to downgrade these people for their photos. Because the first thing I see, this is a picture that someone took driving by. This is a Google drive-by picture. Okay, that's not bad, but is that really their best?
Yeah,
So
many
this is
are looking-
all their pictures. And how much more compelling was the other one?
Are these pictures that are uploaded from reviews or by the business themselves?
It's a combination. It's hard to say. Google drives by and takes a picture of your businesses to try to get Google My Business. So if you do pictures yourself, it will be the ones that you post. But if you don't, they're going to try to do it for you. So anyhow, that was just like, the only reason I went through all of that before we got started with how to is to give you the context of how to before we got started, because so the competitive analysis is really important, because then you see what you're up against and how to make yours better. So if like I was going up against Lucky Nails, that would take me a while to get that to be better than that, because they did such a beautiful job of their listing. Do you see? But if I was going up against the first one, I wouldn't really worry about it. I'd be less worried about it. So I guess the competitive analysis is just see what else shows up when you type in whatever you're trying to show up for, and then make your Google My Business listing better than anyone else's. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now I'm going to get into actually doing the execution of it. So any questions?
Thank you for doing this. This is so sweet of you. My God. This has been a confusion for me forever.
So I'm going to show you one more thing. Let's see. Stop share. Sure, I'll stop share. Okay, cool. All right. So when you first do it, if you, they need to validate it. See if it'll, I think I'm going to need to take my really cool picture off for a minute. So what Google does, sorry guys, my den, is to validate it, they either call you if you have a business line that's validatable, but many of us have like, many of us aren't that, like for instance, one of my clients, their phone number at work, they don't always answer, and you need to be able to answer it to get it validated by the phone. So most people, like in our group that would be entrepreneurs, need to have it validatable. And so what happens is they say, do you want us to send you a postcard? And then they're going to mail you a postcard. So if you start your Google My Business listing right now on our call, within a few days, you'll get something like this. And then you're going to go validate it. And that will validate to them the address, if that makes sense. Okay? So just to be aware that they do this like process. And they did say that because of COVID, they might not mail the validatable thing, but they are. They're doing it really fast. So it won't be a problem. Okay, so
And
just...
if you work from home, then, and you don't give out your address.
Then you do a service area. But
Okay.
they still have to mail it to a physical address, because they don't want someone in New York to say they serve Morgan Hill and get the Google My Business address.
So I could give it to them for them to mail it to me, even though I don't publish.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. You choose service area and you say, I don't have a business. I have a business that delivers. You don't say I have a business that you can come to.
Okay. Thank you.
And it's really important that you do that. I agree on that. Yeah. Okay, cool. So have people added their contact information? Yes. Okay. So has anyone not done one at all yet?
I
As far
don't
as you
think
know.
so. I don't think I have. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't done one for my Mary Kay.
Okay. So we're gonna talk now to the people who like haven't done one yet, because we want to be able to start from that for this video to be of help later. It looks like I'm probably gonna go to about 11:15, 11:20, guys. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this in an hour. I was gonna try to do it in an hour. All right. So we're gonna just go to Google.
And we're not seeing your screen either, so.
See, I always do that.
We got your back.
Okay, share screen. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So now we need to be logged in a Gmail or an email to do it. So I'm going to go to an incognito window, and I'm going to see if I can find one of my emails that doesn't have a, what email would not have a Google My Business on it? I think. Huh. I have no idea. I have a lot of Gmail addresses. Let me go find one. Hold on one sec. I should have prepared this already, guys. I didn't know I was going to do it like this. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, I have one. Alrighty. So we're gonna first just go to, if you have a Gmail, they like that. So if you don't have a Gmail, I think you can do it without a Gmail. I think they really like it if you have a Gmail.
Can you, if you use the Gmail, can you tie, because like I have a Gmail for the shop. It's what is it, hillviewmh@gmail.com. Can you tie that to the hillviewdpm.com?
Yes, you can add users.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna see if this works, guys. This means I have to have I'm gonna have to put, I don't even know if I have this in my head. Yeah, darn. Okay. So I don't have that in my head. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this without doing it. Okay, I'm gonna.
Do you want to play with one? You can play with mine.
No, I'm gonna
have like their own like little advertisements and stuff like that, like small videos and stuff. But like on there, you can look. I created like a little slideshow, like kind of like I turned it into a video. So
I see that, yeah.
It's on there also.
So Rita, do you want to do your Google My Business listing on share screen with us?
Sure.
Okay. So can you share your screen?
My right now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, share my screen. Share.
I wonder if it'll let us. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and go to Google My Business. Just type in Google My Business.
Okay. Where am I? So go to right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not .com. It's on Google.com.
What is it?
Just Google My Business.
Yeah, not the .com. It's part of Google.
Okay.
So don't do the ad. Just scroll down. We want to get there.
This one?
Google, no, that's
Oh,
Wix.
that's Wix. Google My Business.
No. Just scroll back up. Isn't that funny? Scroll back up.
List your business.
Yeah, there. No, this is all helpfulbase.com. We don't want to go there.
Oh.
Isn't that
I
funny,
think
guys? Look how
You
much
can
they
drive from here too, right, Erica?
just go to Google now because you're not searching in Google.
No, you're searching in Yahoo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So just go to Google. Isn't this great, you guys? This is perfect. Just not Google My Business, just type in Google.
Okay.
Now
There
do
you
Google.
go.
Now type in Google My Business. Space.
With spaces,
Yeah.
Rita. So go to the one down below.
Yeah, that one. Okay, now get a business profile.
Oh, right here?
Sure. See how many people have tried to get the traffic from Google for this, guys? Isn't that fascinating? Okay.
So you wanted her to go in the one that said ad?
It doesn't matter if it's an ad or not. If it's Google's, it's fine.
Okay.
So for some reason, Rita, it says manage now. So it doesn't say sign in. So click on manage now. Okay. So now it says type your business name. This is actually how we create. This is exactly how I do it. This is how everyone does it. So go ahead and now just pause for a second, Rita. If you already have a business that Google has already recognized, for instance, let's say you owned a restaurant in downtown Morgan Hill. It's going to show up. It's probably already going to have a listing, and then you get to claim it. Now, Rita, yours is not going to show up. So you have to decide if you want it to be called, so you want to type in your business name with spaces. Don't do it all. Now, I want you to do a space and then your name, Rita Aguilar, on the same line.
Oh. Do I have room
And
for
then
it?
Rita Aguilar. Yeah, because remember, we didn't find your name Googling very well anymore.
Yeah.
This is going to help with that. So you guys,
Okay.
I did meet with Rita recently to talk about SEO, so we have some backstory. Go ahead and click on add your business to Google. And same thing with you, Beth. When you type in Mary space K space Beth space Walker, then you're going to do that. So now here, go ahead and type in unforgettable thoughts.
Right here where it says business name. Oh, how come I can't type on there? Oh, right there.
I would go ahead and still put your name in it. Either
Put my name on
by or just your name. Yeah. Because that's going to help you Google for your name. And we actually found more searches for your name than anything else.
So really quickly, Erica, so if I did mine in there, would it make sense to do Mary Kay space Beth Walker, comma, Morgan Hill?
I don't do commas, I do vertical lines.
Okay, but would it make sense to put in the city?
Yes, it would be nice, but you're kind of regional, but no. So, okay, that's a good question. I don't know that you need to, because your address, you're going to name the service area and you're going to name your area. So I don't know if you need to add Morgan Hill to your business name. You probably don't. And then if you have a lot of trouble getting traction, like if there's a lot of people that are doing Mary Kay and Morgan Hill and you're going up against a bunch of them, then you could be the most Morgan Hill and I'd add it. But I would first just do a quick keyword search for Mary Kay Morgan Hill. If there's no other Google My Business listings, then I would just do Mary Kay Beth Walker.
Okay.
But if there's like 5 Morgan Hill Mary Kays in the Google they've all figured out how to do Google My Business listings, then I'd add Morgan Hill to be the most Morgan Hill. Do you see?
All right.
But otherwise, you probably don't need to, because I'm guessing the competition's not that fierce.
It's times like this I'm so thankful I have a more unique name.
Can I ask a quick question? I'm hoping it'd be a quick question.
Yeah, but I want Rita to do a hardcore return.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is going to be hard, maybe, but can you see if there's one that says flowers? Flower delivery. No,
Or
flower.
flower designer.
See the drop downs? Rita, can you move your screen up so we can see the drop downs with you? No. Just, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So which one, flower designer's kind of neat.
Yeah, kind of neat. Flower delivery.
It wants you to choose one. So florist or flower designer.
I would say flower designer.
Designer.
I would. Then what you're going to do is you're going to get higher caliber people.
And you can add more later. Do you see that?
I'm sorry?
You can add more categories. And then go ahead and click next.
We just use a comma on that?
We'll go ahead and click next.
Okay.
And then this is where, now remember when we were asking, I think this was for Linda and Marie and Sue Ellen maybe. This is where we don't want to show up on, we don't want a storefront. So probably almost everyone in Polka Dots, except Jeanette, you have an office. So you might
that's just like a PO box.
Okay, then you say no. So go ahead and click no and do next. And then this is where we're going to type in the city names. So we want to type in Morgan Hill, Gilroy, Palo Alto, however. This is where you can actually even add your Marin County cities, okay? So go ahead and do some of the drop-down cities. Just keep adding them. And then I'll take another question. I don't remember who was asking something.
I think it's Debbie.
Okay, Marie, Debbie?
Okay, so it looks like I have a Google listing for my gallery that I had in Morgan Hill, but in Campbell that I had for 13 years. But when I'm looking, so my question is this: should I claim that and then try to change that? That's one question. And the other question is, should I also just put, because I don't do business as Debbie Arambula. My company is called Heartwork Studio, but who's going to look for Heartwork Studio, right? So if you Google me, Debbie Arambula, it always comes up Debbie Arambula, the heart artist. So am I going to create a business page that says Debbie Arambula, the heart artist, even though I'm not doing business as?
Well, I would do it the way that we did it for Rita, which is the name and then her name.
So the name of your company.
I would do some name that matches your business that people are looking for. So so first of all, if there's an old listing, it's really hard to fix it. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
And you can just go ahead and say next, Rita, and come back and do more of this later. But you should maybe you would add San Jose, for instance. I would probably add San Jose. Because it's so big and it's like 8 miles from us. So what I do generally is I generally do all the Santa Clara County cities for me. But you can do whatever you want. And then go next. And then this would be the phone number for the contact phone number that you want people to call.
See, that's another thing. Like my phone number is still a 209 area code. I mean, are you guys ever concerned about like your phone number? Like kind of doesn't match?
I do a Google Voice that's 408 because mine's 650. And I do find that some people in Morgan Hill don't like my 650ing.
Yeah, the Google Voice, they don't have 408 numbers, so that's why mine's a 650.
Oh, really? That's so funny. You want mine just playing? I got a 408, but first of all, I think it's okay to have 209. Technically, I would just use your phone number, but honestly, I don't know that anyone's ever like not called me because it's 650. Like, oh, I really just said that I don't want to talk to Erica.
I will say I've had clients where I'm like calling them for like the consult, for the initial consult, because I'm calling from 650 number. There's times where they haven't picked up.
Yeah, I mean, I use Google Voice as a pass through. If it became a big deal, you can pay for phone numbers that pass through.
I know that's
There's
the next
companies. So this is basically, guys, I just want to show you. Rita has now created her Google My Business listing. Like just like that, okay? And I just want to point out that it's 10:56, And really now you guys can skip that whole first 30 minutes of putting in context. And we didn't start until 10:43. So from 10:43 to 10:56, we created a basic Google My Business listing. And so it's really just like, it just makes me laugh at how easy it is to get Google ranking. And when it's like, we think it's so hard, and then it's really not. So go ahead and click on finish. I just think it's so cool. It's such a cool tool.
Oh, cool.
Can I just interrupt for a second? Linda.
Okay, Rita, you can go off the share screen,
I
honey.
sent you a text and I sent you a chat.
Just a second, please.
Oh,
I'm gonna
unshare.
I'm moving.
Pause or?
Okay. From here on out, as far as like what you do for your address, honestly, guys, this is your own business choice. This is not. I don't think that's really because this is where they're going to mail the postcard. So if you're not having a business that goes to your business, now Beth, for her printing business, wants to have her address listed, right, Beth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with Beth's Google My Business listing, that's a really valuable asset. Is her address? It's something that really matters, and so she really wants that to show up. For most of us, we don't want that.
So Erica, I just did a search in Google for printing in Morgan Hill, and we should be coming up, you know, fairly good. But we're coming up like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You're just gonna have to hire me. Let's crush it together.
Okay.
Actually, I owe you some stuff, don't I, on trade? So we'll figure that out.
Okay.
Let me just go into, so what I like to do, guys, when I'm searching for a business, so I've searched for Beth's business before. I'm not going to see the ranking unless I go into an incognito window, because otherwise I'm going to see what their Google's going to be nicer to Erica. So if Lulu looked for something for like that she likes, it's going to sway the ranking. So you're not going to be able to see the ranking. So I'm going to type printing in Morgan Hill. This is exactly what I did for, okay. Oh yeah, boy, you need some work, honey.
Yeah.
You want it. So they only have 3 reviews.
Yeah. We only have 2.
Okay, 25. This is a pretty big one to beat. They've really kicked ass with their, excuse my language, they've really kicked patootie with their reviews.
Well,
now,
but look at all these polka dots I have on my side. So
I know, we should all do it. And then check this out, guys. Julie Hawkins and I yesterday went in, and we looked at some of the competition. And I have to tell you, some of the reviews were a complete joke. Like, it was like, one was, she answered the phone. Her number worked. I'm not kidding. So somebody paid them to do a Google review, and all they said was the phone number worked. So before you get your backup worrying about being up against people with reviews, take a little minute to look at the reviews. And if they're just silly, like honestly, Julie's competition had the silliest reviews. We were like laughing. It was so ridiculous, like the poor quality of the reviews. So before you worry about, oh, they have 8 reviews, I mean, Beth, if you even put 5 minutes of energy into getting good reviews, you can have 30.
okay.
But I would actually try to get 30. I would focus on getting 30. And then let's look at the number ones. We're doing a competitive analysis. Let's just look at how many pictures they have. So we're gonna go to the photos. All right, I'm just clicking in here and I'm looking at the photos, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have pretty many photos.
Yeah, but they're all the same thing.
Yeah, Google really likes all these pictures. This is the one that got taken by Google probably.
Yeah.
Because they drive around and take pictures for Google. So you can beat them. This number 1 you can beat on photos in about 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, you could just take pictures of you could just have pictures of some of your stuff. So
right.
Now we're just gonna go down. So you're actually number, let's see.
I'm like
1,
number
2,
6.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh.
You're number 8.
Oh wow.
Okay, so let's just take a look at this. So
You know what's funny is when I look it up, I'm a little higher than that. That's weird.
yeah, that's physically you're closer because I'm up in East Bend.
Okay.
So you're giving you points for living at your house.
Okay. Not the only thing I get for living here.
So you have 2 4-star reviews. So who's willing to do a review for Beth? Who's willing? We're all willing, Beth. So I want you to go and find a request for reviews in your Google My Business listing. And you saw how Jeanette did that?
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
And,
could you go over that? Because how do you do that?
is Jeanette still with us? She have to go?
No, she had to leave for 11 o'clock meeting.
Okay. I'll figure that out. Me and Beth will figure that out, and then we'll do that. We'll just send a little note about that because I can't do. I don't have that in my head.
I'm going in there now. I'll look and see.
Yeah. So then you can request reviews. So then we're gonna crush that for her. And then Beth, are you willing to go in and add photos?
Oh yeah.
Okay. How many photos are you willing to add?
Oh God, I could add probably 50. I just have to go take some pictures of some stuff that we've done.
Let's get your son to do it.
Yeah.
Let's have him add 50 pictures.
Yeah, I don't know if he can do it today. I took the week off, so he's like going crazy right now in the shop.
We'll just add it to his to-do list.
Yeah.
What if you're like me? I'm an accountant. I don't have pictures of tax returns.
It's all about the money.
Mhm.
I just
Yeah,
don't
you
think
can
that
put
we're
up
up
pictures
there.
of money. Wait, am I on mute?
No, you're not.
Well, who was it?
I
that said
have a
that?
picture
Tax
of a
review.
guy on a flower. It says money's on the way, and it's carrying a sack of money. I printed that for a financial person.
Oh my.
Yeah. So this is really fun, Beth. So I challenge you to get 30 reviews and do 50 pictures. And then we're gonna go in and look at your description. Okay, so let's go and look at her description. And this is really, guys, this is where it's fun. This is where you amplify it. We just did like the basics, right? We just type in the name of the business and we exist, right? But now we're gonna go in and say like, how do we make it great? How do we have it really work for us? Because honestly, if it's just a boring listing, then you kind of have to have no competition for that to win for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
now
now,
Printing doesn't even have any reviews, and he still beat me by 2. And I know him.
yeah, don't make it personal. So let's see. This is so funny. Let's see. Okay. So they're so hungry for information that they're going in and putting that below. That's interesting. Website directions, save, just an edit on this business.
Yeah, when I look on my site, I'm not seeing anything that says to request a review.
We'll figure it out.
I see write a review, but but I'm not logged in though either. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, you have to be logged in to do request review.
Okay, so.
Okay, so really, guys, there's the reviews and the photos, and then there's something called posts. So I just want to quickly share with you posts, and then we're close to done with the webinar. So, and then any questions you have. So you can go into your Google My Business and my old business that I don't run anymore. Let's see if I did anything. Oh, I show up. So these are posts. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So this was like a book reading I did at an event with some lovely authors that I published. Okay. So you can actually go in and do posts to update, and you can put the Google My Business app on your phone, and then you can update it when you have a picture. So Beth, if you did a special dots printing project, like you printed menus or something, you could take a picture at the dots meeting, or if you did a new lipstick, You could do, we're trying on lipstick here at my house today. Look how pretty the color looks different on different people. Do a picture and then upload it into your Google My Business app, and that would start showing up. And
Okay.
so that's a little bit more challenging as far as technical, but it's just like an Instagram post. And
Okay.
so the more you use Google now, the more you use it, I don't use it that much for me, so I do it more for my clients because I don't really have a local business, so I haven't gotten that much juice out of my Google My Business listing because I'm global with my SEO, and my book publishing and everything was global. The searches for my topic are much more global than local, so this tool hasn't been something I've been able to like rock out as much as my clients have. But once you do own it, and once you start being number one, and once you kind of fuss on it, they'll give you free advertising. Google will promote you. They will help you, because if you're willing to play with them, they want more people to use Google My Business. And then if you can come up with a story like, hey, Google My Business, I'm so grateful for you. This happened. You know, my business climbed by 7 customers in a week or something. I mean, they'd probably rather say 7,000. If you can tell them something like that, they'd probably send that out. They'd probably post that for you.
How do you tell them that though?
Oh, you just, well, I'm pretty sure they're probably even listening now.
You're probably right.
One of my friends said she was like thinking about not wearing a bra, and she got like a bra ad up on her thing, and she's like, how did that happen? Like, it was like crazy.
You know,
Yes.
I know the background a little bit about how that works, but I honestly don't know how you can be thinking about something and don't even say it out loud and something pops up.
I don't
It's
either.
amazing.
Creepy,
I
right?
don't either.
Yeah.
I know. It's
Yeah,
AI.
the
AI is coming. Yeah. So you want to, so the best way to use Google My Business, first of all, just do a basic one to show up. Because what will happen when you meet someone at a networking event, especially if you don't have your website perfect yet, is you want them to type in and find you. So you want to exist. Because a lot of times we haven't gotten our websites perfect, or, you know, we're still organizing, or if we have a website, say with Mary Kay, it's not personalized enough that it gets found easily locally. Like it's found if you give the link to anybody, but it's like not, if you just go Mary Kay, you'll find their site. And so it gives you a presence without really paying any money.
For now.
Wow.
No, I mean, they are going to want you to advertise. I do a lot of work with organic SEO. So I'm okay with advertising if I have a set product that I'm selling. I'm comfortable with that. But I'm not that comfortable just advertising for branding, you know, and Facebook also likes you to advertise in branding. And there's one more thing you can do. You can embed the code on your website. So if you do get 30 positive reviews, you can embed the code of that Google My Business presence in your website, and people can see reviews from your Google My Business listing in your website.
Okay. You have to have 30 or more reviews?
Well, no, the reason I was saying 30 for you was so that you could beat the 25.
Oh, okay.
You only don't have to have any reviews. You can be number one without any reviews.
Okay.
But we've gotten more and more into a culture where we want other people to say we're cool. Like, I want Beth to say Erica's good at social media, and then you guys say, oh, she must really be good at that. Even though I was good at that before I met her, I had 70,000 followers. But then her saying that at Polka Dot is so much more powerful than me standing up and saying, I am so badass. Like, it's just like anyone can do that, right? But if Rita said, if I say, Rita is so wonderful to work with, she's like one of the kindest, most beautiful people in the world. In fact, I really do believe this to be true, that if you have a birthday or an event this summer, order now, because she needs the work. She's been basically slashed by COVID. So her business, all of her events got canceled. So if you believe in Rita, go in and support her. And me saying that is really powerful. And that's why the reviews are powerful. It's not because, it's just because it's a third party saying Rita's cool. But you and I have met Rita, and we've seen her beautiful work at all of our in-person events. So we're not talking out the top of our head. We're actually saying this because we really believe in Rita and we want to support her right now. When especially COVID cut all of her events. And then she's like, do I keep my business? And we're like, yes, because it's fantastic. So I've been trying to figure out ways, how can we help people that have to cut off so much, and how can we help them support them right now and get the cash flowing so that we're not all going out of business. Like, we won't want that. We want to have ourselves support each other. So that's just something that came up for me when I was looking at like this whole trend. Yes, Julie.
I have to run.
Okay,
but we've already had our big long conversation, and nice to see some of you and meet some of you, and I'll let you get back to it, and I have another call in a few minutes. So
okay, and then I'm gonna spend about 4 minutes on my offer. Okay. Bye, Julie.
Oh wait, so there's an offer? Did I get the offer?
Well, you already said.
Did I get the offer?
Yeah, you already said yes to it.
Okay. Take care, Julie. Bye. It's so funny. So for those of you who don't know, she's in the San Jose Polka Dot group.
Oh.
So
she pushed me to make an offer yesterday. I'm so bad at that part.
So fact, Erica, I'm going to make a suggestion is that when we're all done, if you can do an email to all of us with all of our emails.
Yeah,
because my thought is let's each one of us go in and give the link to the Google My Business to each one of us, and each one of us can go in and help each other.
Yes. Has everybody asked for that?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Erica. This has been great.
Awesome. Well, basically just my SEO business is here for you guys. So my fees are $350 a month to go to Google ranking. And I usually get page 1 of Google. I've almost never failed, but I can't guarantee anything. So it may or may not happen, but I almost always will Google rank for at least a couple terms. I choose 10 terms to start, and then I go to 50 terms, and then I go to 150 terms. The first contract it's not really a contract, but it's a 3-month agreement. So I start with 3 months because almost nothing happens in Google in a week. Although we did get Julie page 1 immediately, like within 10 minutes of us changing her title for business psychic, which is a very unusual term, but it's what she is. So it's $350 a month with 3-month minimum. And then after 3 months, you can add more. And that's only for this group. My normal fees are $1,500 up front and then $350 a month. So basically I go in and I get your site all SEO'd. I'm just taking out that $1,500 up front for you guys. So this is not for anyone else. I'm not sharing this with, don't tell my my friends, my carpet cleaning friends, but because they have to pay the $1,500 up front and then the monthly. So if you really want to have your site SEO'd, and then the Google My Business optimization, I will just, that just will be free, because honestly, you just have to do that yourself. I just have to help you strategize it. Just adding pictures to Google, you can do yourself. It's not that hard. It's just that people don't do it. Yeah. And so I encourage all of you guys to just keep growing, keep learning, and keep being yourselves, and don't give up on your businesses. Let your businesses thrive even though this time is challenging, because honestly, I feel like what we can do to help our economy and our communities is going to be to make money and then share it in our communities. And I feel like this is what's going to heal us from this more than anything else. Is our own success will heal others, as opposed to just crawling and drinking and giving up.
I've heard alcohol sales are up exponentially.
Oh, yeah.
I think probably in a few months the divorce rates are probably going to be up too. So,
and there's going to be there's going to be baby boomers 2.0.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. January.
I'm excited.
January babies, January divorces.
We'll just balance out, baby boomers and baby boomers 2.0.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
I will say this, they say that the PPP is in process of being approved. So if you have a loan application in and it has not been approved yet, get with your bank and make sure they have everything they need so that as soon as it gets opened up, it gets put in. Wow. Luckily, I'm like one of the first in line. So I'm fingers crossed. and crane and everything else that we get the money.
Awesome.
All right.
So yeah, so just be patient with that for a little bit. But they're saying about a third of small businesses are going to go away when this is over.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So-
we'll be the 1/3 of fresh blood coming in, crushing
Right.
it.
Exactly. We'll be there to pick up the pieces.
And helping our fellow friends who are in business. So thank you all for coming. It was my pleasure helping you. I'll send the replay and I'll send the chat. I'm only going to send the chat to you guys. I don't think I'll send the chat to everybody. If you weren't on the call, then I think you have to you don't get the benefit of all of our beautiful stuff. But I'll figure out I'll do an exact how-to video on how to invite people to do reviews. I'll do a little short DIY video. I love, when I get asked questions, I love making little short videos and I'll just figure it out and then I'll do it. So feel free to email me. It's, that'd be good if I put my contact information in. I think you can all find me. I have all of your emails, so. And I'll look forward to more dot stuff this year. We've been talking about having something in Beth's backyard. So as opposed to being in a room for the next one. So the first one will be an outdoor event. We think that'll really work.
I'm hoping we can do it in June, but worst case would be in July. I just have to make sure that Morgan Hill Mushroom is not stirring up the smell when we do it, because if they are, we will have to move inside. I love Morgan Hill, not Morgan Hill Mushroom.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Thank you so much, Erica.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much,
Erica.
everybody.
Nice to see you.
Bye, everybody.